Now, I've all seen people make electromagnets out of microwave transformers, and last year I picked one up because I wanted the magnets out of it. I thought, well, we'll go magnet fishing. That was the video I did. We didn't. It turned into a bit of a fiasco, like everything, isn't it? Anyway, I'll just try and show you this. I thought, what could we do? Right, what could we do that would be useful? Well, one thing you could do, quite simply, and I'm thinking of simplicity here. One thing you could do was make a clamp, like I need a bit of box really, don't I? But, you know, like two jaws that come down, like a clamp for holding metal. For when you're cutting, so you just flick a switch and it holds it and you cut your bit off, that would work. But then I thought, well, just a minute, when do you need 3 hands? Right, I've only got 2 hands. How many times do you need 3 hands? And the worst time of all, of course, is when you're soldering wire. And I thought, for simplicity, I've gone over this for quite a while actually, to get it as simple as possible, right? Something you can knock up in half an hour, although you'll find out in a minute what's gone wrong. Anyway, so I thought, well, if I do this, you can put a bit of wire under there. Now, that will still move. So when you're trying to solder it together, it's a bit difficult, isn't it? It doesn't stop where you want. You know, it doesn't stop where you want, does it? That's the thing. So I thought, I wonder if I can make something very simple. So you turn the magnet on and that clamps down and it'll hold that wire. So you'll be able to solder it. Anyway, it's first I've taken one of these to pieces. And I know very well you need the blooming thick wire. So here's what was on it. I will just show you. That was on the bottom, right? That was on the bottom. There. That was in the middle. So just to see if it'd work or not, I cut the top off and knocked the top coil off, and alright, I've been, well, not unlucky, it's just first I've done it. I'll get another one. But that was on there like that. So I assumed that that was the thick coil. Well, of course it isn't. So I knocked the top coil off, and here was the result. Right? I knocked the top coil off and broke it. That's the thick one. So, well, I'll be honest, I chucked it in the floor. I thought, oh, bloody hell. Anyway, I came back up and using the remnant to this, which was about half of it, I've painstakingly wound the coil on there. Well, it does work and it doesn't work. So this is, basically, it's proof of concept, right? So this is just proof of concept. So just to show you it holds, but you've got to get the power right, obviously, because if I use a 9-volt battery, one of those, it doesn't hold enough, it's not firm enough. So if I put that on there, which I think should work a bit, but it still moves. It is working slightly. If you take that off, you'll just have to trust me on this. Now, I've tried a 12-volt drill battery, and that's too much because these get hot. But just to show you very quickly, and by the way, I was going to just clean this up. I've just put a tape on for a bit of hinge. The whole idea is to do something simply and quickly that'll help, so you can chuck it in your box, you know, and hopefully have a couple of batteries and a switch on it. So when you want to do a bit of soldering, you come and put your wire in like that, and if you want to, you can put two bits of wire together, that way or that way, if you can see. I'll show you in a minute. So just to show you, it's plenty strong enough. The trouble is, holding this on this drill battery, the current's too great and it's getting hot, and it gets hot quick, it's burning my hands. But just to show you, look, that's tight, but that gets hot quick. So maybe with a resistor in series with it, you know, I want a hood resistor of some sort, or a few lamps, you know, 12 volt lamps, something like that, you could get it to work. Because if you've got a charger and a drill, maybe the drill the Chuck's had it, mine has, on my old one, you could then have a rechargeable one, couldn't you? You can make a mount, put it on a board and make a mount. So like I say, this is proof of concept, that's all. But just to show you, it does work, even though I've rewound my own coil, spent ages. Look, I did it. I wrapped it round, it's got about 5 or 6 layers, and I taped each one with some masking tape. And typical old masking tape, you know what happens? Look, it don't come off. See? So, oh, I don't know. Anyway, just to show you, as I say, this is proof of concept more than anything. So let's say that we have got the right current or the right resistor, and we put a little switch on it, and we've got that done. You know, let's just say we've done that. So just for today, to do this, because as I said, the thing is, alright, you can use these. Let me just spin the camera around and show you these things. You know, these soldering stands. Well, I don't know about your experience with them is, but I'll tell you what mine is, it's blooming terrible. You know, you put your wire in there, that soldering iron's on, by the way, I'm just going to show you in a minute. That's on there like that, and you twist that about, and you've got another one, and you twist that about, and then the whole thing wobbles, and it doesn't work very well, does it? So I thought, wouldn't it be nice, seriously, wouldn't it be nice just to get something where you can simply put it in like this. Say you want to put 2 bits of wire together, right? So you put that in like that, and you need to tin your wires, and you don't want it to move, so you just put it in, flick a switch, and that'll clamp down. Well, just for today, I'll use a heavy weight. Now, of course, if you want, there's another idea that's come about because of this disaster we've had today. If you want, it would be very simple, wouldn't it, to get a bit of, say, box section like that, a longer bit with a weight on it. So you put it in the vise, just got a weight. It's even simpler. Just put a hinge on the end and a heavy bit of metal that you can just lift up and do that. But as I say, it was just, we were thinking about these electromagnet people do and what they do, and I've seen quite a few people, I'm sure you have, there's thousands of videos of them, isn't there? So I spent ages rewinding that. I've got about 5 layers on there, and I didn't think it would work, but it is doing, as you've just seen. Anyway, just for amusement, we'll pretend it works today. I was going to put these on the belt sander and clean all the edges, and it just needs a hole drilling in there and in here and a bolt putting through, and that'll hold it on. And as I say, your wire will then be firm, because that'll be clamped down very tightly, right? It won't move. Or you could put a piece of rubber on, couldn't you? 2 pieces of rubber, so then it'll squeeze together. Because trust me, when that magnet is on there, they don't move. So you come to do soldering, and the only reason I'm showing you this, like I said, of all the things we do, this is the only time, or let's say the most time, when you need 3 hands. Because you need a hand for your soldering iron, I need a hand to hold the solder, I need another hand to hold the job. So if we tin these wires, and there'll be a reason for this in a moment. That's got a load of crap on it, that's why it's not working. There we are. Right, that's tin, that one. And that's tin, that one. I've just used the same, you know, I've only used the same bit of wire for just demonstrating it, you see. So you've got your 2 bits there. Right, so you take that one out. Now that, as I say, is held. So now you can come along with your solder and hold that like that. And get a perfect join, right? And then of course you just flick the switch and that'll come out, ready for your next one. So when you're doing a bit of soldering, I think that is worth doing. As I say, it doesn't need to be very elaborate. I was just thinking of something I could do very quickly today. And as you've seen, the best laid plans, the best laid plans never work out, do they? They just don't. Oh, I don't know. It's all good fun. Right. I won't show you that. I'll show you my wall just to finish off, if I can move this about. Anyway, as I say, this is now just a proof of concept video, and I actually think that that is worth pursuing. So when I get another microwave, scrap one from somewhere, which I'm sure I'll find one, you know, somewhere, sometime, might be a month or 2 or 3. Sure, some of my mates have got one. I'll nip another transformer out, and this time, you know, I won't hammer through the blooming coil that I need to use. That was irritating. Anyway, so my quick easy job isn't done. You can't make it up, can you? You can't make it up. So my quick easy job isn't done, but I think you'll agree, seriously, I think you will agree that as a proof of concept, it's not too shabby an idea. Because, as I say, to make it a little bit better and neater with a little bit of rubber stuck on or riveted on, and it will grip it nicely and it'll hold it. And if you're doing several, you know, you normally don't do one, do you? You normally have to do several, and you just need something that's very quick and simple, where you can flick a switch, take your wire out, you know. So all you do is you flick the switch and put it on a board or something, put it under there, flick your switch, and that will have got it, as you've seen. And I'll just show you once more to end it, using my drill battery, because that one isn't strong enough, but this one's too strong. I can only do it for seconds because it gets too hot. But look at that, that has got it. Oops, falling over. That does get, that's too much, and it would soon burn that coil out, right? And of course, with not having with only having half the windings in it, it's got to get a lot hotter. There's a lot less resistance, isn't there? Anyway, what do you think? Look forward to hearing from you as usual. Right, it's been a nice day today. And possibly, if I'd felt a little bit more lively, because I don't, but possibly I should have popped out and seen the tractor, but my arm's hurting and I've got to take the battery off. It's a heavy battery and that's it. So that'll probably be the next video anyway, because it's coming cool at the weekend. It's only Monday today, and you know, got a wet day or two, but if you get a few minutes dry spell in between, I might pop up and do that. We'll see how it goes.